ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है आज के
We welcome all of you to today's Bhagavad Gita class.
और हम अध्ययन कर रहे हैं 5वें
We are studying chapter 5,
श्लोक।
verses 8 and 9.
भगवान अर्जुन के प्रश्न का उत्तर दे रहे हैं।
Bhagavan is answering Arjuna's question, in which Arjun had asked
सांख्य योग और कर्म योग में कौन
out
श्रेष्ठ
of
है,
Sankhya and Karma Yoga which is superior.
निर्णय करके मुझे बताइए।
Please answer me
पहले
decisively.
तो भगवान ने कहा कि
So, first of all, Bhagavan said
कर्म संन्यास यानी कि
that
सांख्य योग से कर्म योग श्रेष्ठ है।
Karma Yoga is superior
ये
to
बताया
Karma
कि
Sannyas, that is Sankhya Yoga.
दोनों में कोई अंतर नहीं
And
है।
then
जो
he
स्थान
said that
सांख्य से
there is
प्राप्त किया जाता है
no
वही
difference.
वही
Whatever
योग से
destination
कर्म
is
योग
attained by
प्राप्त किया
Sankhya
जाता है।
is also obtained by
तो फल में कोई
Karma
अंतर
Yoga.
नहीं है, लेकिन
There is no
साधना में
difference
उसकी
in the result,
भेद है।
but there is a difference
इसलिए
in the
बताया
sadhana, in the process of execution.
जो संन्यास है उसमें कष्ट उठाना पड़ता है। संन्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखमाप्तु
Then he said that there is a lot of suffering in sannyas,
वो शीघ्र फल देने वाला है।
and Karma Yoga gives result quickly and it is easy.
तो अभी यहाँ पर कर्मयोग का वर्णन करने के बाद में सांख्य योग के बारे में यहाँ बताते हैं श्लोक।
So after explaining Karma Yoga, now he is explaining Sankhya Yoga in 2 verses.
युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अस्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् शशन् प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन् अपि इंद्रियाणि इंद्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते इति धारयन्। भगवान कहते हैं कि जो निष्काम कर्म से युक्त है,
The person who is united through selfless action and who has directly realized the truth ascertains that even while seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, walking, sleeping, breathing, speaking, excreting, grasping and opening and closing the eyelids, it is only the senses that are engaged with their respective objects. He therefore reflects, I do nothing at all.
तो इस श्लोक को सांख्य योग और कर्म योग दोनों की दृष्टि से देख सकते हैं।
So this verse can be analyzed from Sankhya Yoga as well as Karma Yoga point of view, but because here 2 words are used,
तो युक्त का मतलब तो योग युक्त
Tattvavit and Yukta.
कर्म योग से युक्त, और
Yukta here means Yukta with Karma Yoga, and Tattvavit means one who knows the Tattva, one who is wise, who has discrimination. And knowing Tattva means he knows the difference between Prakriti and Purusha. So, if Tattvavit meaning is taken as Sankhya Yoga, then we can analyze this verse from Sankhya Yoga point of view, because in Sankhya Yoga, the sadhaka does not do anything. He takes karma sannyas, but still he has the indriyas.
वो मानता है कि वो कुछ नहीं करता।
He uses the indriyas, but still he has the understanding that he is not doing anything.
की दृष्टि से देखना है तो
And if we analyze from the Karma Yoga point of view,
नहीं रहता है।
still he doesn't have the bhava of doership. So we can analyze from this point of view also.
तत्व का मतलब होता है
But Tattva means
सर्वव्यापी है,
that object which is all pervading,
आत्यंतिक अंतिम सत्य है,
which is the ultimate, the final truth
आधारित है,
on which everything is based.
तत्व बोलते हैं।
That is called Tattva.
तो तत्व वस्तु में
So
क्रिया नहीं है,
in Tattva Vastu, there is no action, and all this happens in the Prakriti.
कि वो जानता है
So one who knows the Tattva,
प्रकृति में क्या भेद है, और वो समझता
who knows the difference between Purusha and Prakriti, who understands that I am Purusha, I am Atma, I am conscious being, and I am different from the body. That is why
नहीं करता हूँ।
I do not perform any action,
आत्मा में तो कोई क्रिया
because there is no action in the Atma.
में कहते हैं
Bhagavan speaks in the 13th chapter
न करोति न लिप्यते, कि शरीर में रहते हुए भी आत्मा
that while living in the body, the Atma does not do anything, nor does it become implicated in karma.
तो वो तत्व का विवेक से ऐसे समझ में आता है।
So this is how we understand the viveka of Tattva.
देखते हैं
Because whatever actions we see that are happening being done by the senses, the body, they are all made
अहंकार
out of the material nature.
ये सब का
Mahatattva, Ahankar, Pancha Mahabhut, the Indriyas,
तो
they are all from Prakriti.
प्रकृति में ही होती है।
So all actions, they happen in the Prakriti, the material nature itself. Like
कार में बैठकर चलते हैं,
you are suppose sitting in the car,
एक यंत्र है,
the car is moving, the car is just a machine and you are seated in the car.
कार चलती है
So when car is moving,
और आप उसमें बैठे रहते हैं,
you are seated in the car,
ये आप में नहीं।
the action is happening in the car, not in you.
आप कहते हैं कि
But you say that
दूर से आया हूँ,
I have traveled this much distance. If you go to meet somebody
तो कहते हैं मैं 300 मील चल के आया।
300 miles far, then you say that I have traveled for 300 miles.
आप नहीं चले हो तो
So actually you have not traveled, it is the car that was moving.
कार नहीं,
You have not
आप तो अपनी सीट पर बैठ
done any journey, You were just seated in the car.
लेकिन क्योंकि आप कार की यात्रा
But
को, कार
because
की क्रिया को, कार के चलने को अपनी क्रिया मान रहे हैं,
you consider the movement of the car, the journey of the car to be yours, that's why you say that I traveled for 300 miles.
सारी क्रियाएं जो
Similarly,
हमारे शरीर
all
में
the
होती हैं,
actions, they happen in our body,
लेकिन हम
but
उन क्रियाओं को अपना मान लेते हैं.
we consider those actions to be ours. We claim proprietorship over those actions, and then we say that it is we who are doing this. So, but actually,
जहाँ से मैं का मूल भाव प्रसूत होता है,
the origin of the I-ness, that is Atma.
में अहम वृत्ति है.
Atma has this aham bhav, the I-ness. Atma has its own existence.
की तो कोई स्वतंत्र अहमता है नहीं.
Body does not have any independent I-ness. That I-ness is due to the Atma
लेकिन वो आत्मा
only.
कुछ काम नहीं.
Body also has the Ahankara Tattva, but that Ahankara cannot function without the Atma.
कार में बैटरी होती है,
So just like a car has battery
विद्युत
and
कार के इंजन में बाकी हिस्सों में जाता है,
through battery the electricity spreads across all the components in the car and then the car moves. But actually there is no movement in the battery.
ऊर्जा देती है,
Battery is simply supplying the energy,
से फिर कार में क्रिया होती है.
and then with that energy the car moves.
अगर वो बैटरी कहने लगे कि मैं ही चल रही हूँ,
But if the battery says that it is I who am moving,
कि तो पहिए चल रहे हैं, आप
then you will say that it is the wheels that are moving.
इंजन चलता है, पहिए चलते हैं.
The engine is moving, the wheels are moving, the other components they are moving.
अगर
But
कार की बैटरी ऐसे सोचने लगे कि
if the battery of the car starts thinking
तो वो गलत.
that it is moving, then it is wrong.
हालांकि दोनों के मेल से ही कार चलती है.
Although the car is moving with the help of battery, and battery also cannot do anything on its own, and
बैटरी काम नहीं कर रही.
even if you have the best battery but the car has problem, then also car will not move. Similarly, our body,
दोनों के मेल से ही चलता है.
this is also working by the combination of both the Atma and the body.
नहीं कर
Atma alone cannot do anything,
अकेला शरीर भी कुछ
and body alone also
लोगों ने
cannot do anything.
सबको देखा है.
Everyone has seen
कोई व्यक्ति
a dead body. When a person dies,
में कोई क्रिया नहीं होती.
then there is no movement in the body.
शरीर में सड़न हो,
Although the body is decaying, it is rotting,
प्रकृति में कुछ ना कुछ
so that is due to the action of material nature.
पहले काम
But the way the body was functioning earlier, in that way the body is not going to function now, because the Atma is no longer there in the body, and without the body even the Atma cannot do anything on its own.
क्षेत्र
So by the combination of both the Kshetra and Kshetragya,
संजायते किंचित सत्वम स्थावर जंगम क्षेत्र क्षेत्र के संयोग तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभ. तो ये क्षेत्र और क्षेत्रज्ञ, आत्मा और शरीर, इन दोनों के मिल
so Kshetra and Kshetragya, it is by the combination of Atma and body that everything is working.
जितनी भी जो भी हम
But we have to understand that whatever actions we see happening,
शरीर में ही
eating, drinking, etc., they are all happening in the body only.
के ऊपर अपना
But
मालिकाना जमा
Atma tries to claim proprietorship over these actions.
करते हैं. तो आप कहते हैं कि
So when you eat food, then you say that I am eating.
लेकिन वास्तव में क्या
But actually,
खाना खाते हैं?
are you actually eating?
मुंह से खाते हैं, पेट में जाता
You eat from the mouth and that food enters your stomach and it gets digested there.
है. कुछ तत्व बनते हैं,
And some nutritional elements are used to nourish the body and the remaining waste goes out of the body.
लेकिन हम
So where are you in this?
कि मेरे को
But we say like this, that I am feeling hungry.
भूख आपको नहीं लगी, भूख
But actually, it is not you who are hungry, it is your stomach that is hungry. You are simply getting an information
अपनी भूख मानते हैं.
of the hunger, but you consider that hunger to be yours.
मेरे को
And then you eat food, and then you say that my hunger is satisfied now. So all these actions are happening in the body only.
करके देखा जाए तो आप खाने में कहाँ हैं? आपका हाथ भोजन को उठाता है, भोजन मुख
But
में
where are you involved in the eating process? Your hands are lifting the food,
पेट में जाता है,
it is going inside your mouth, and then through the food pipe it enters the stomach.
ना मुख है ना
So you are not the hands, you are not the mouth, and you are not the tongue, you are not the stomach. These are all
लेकिन फिर भी हम यही कहते हैं कि
organs of the body. But still you say that it is I who am eating.
तो इसलिए यहाँ पर उसने
That is why here it is said that one who is the knower of tattva,
करोमि इति।
he says, Naiva kinchit karomi iti, that I do not do anything.
तो एवकार का मतलब है
I do nothing at all.
कि मेरा अपना जो स्वरूप
So the word eva here means
क्रिया नहीं,
that there is no action in my swarup.
अविकार्यो है मुच्यते।
Atma is avikari.
भगवान ने कहा
In Gita, Bhagavan says,
अचिंत्यो है अविकार्यो है मुच्यते। अभी इसमें कोई विकार पैदा नहीं होता, जितने भी
there is no transformation, no mutation in the Atma.
में ही
All these transformations, they happen in our body,
होते हैं, बुद्धि में वो सब शरीर
in mind, in intelligence. These are all parts of body only.
वित्त ऐसा जानता है,
The Tattvavit knows all this.
ऐसा नहीं है कि
It is not that
उसको ये भान नहीं।
he does not know
और
this.
इसमें फिर भगवान ने 13 क्रियाओं का वर्णन किया है।
Then in this, Bhagavan has listed 13 actions. Out of these 13 actions, 5 are performed through the Gyanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring senses. 5 are done through Karmendriyas, the action performing senses.
3 वो प्राण की क्रिया है।
3 are kriyas of the prana. So,
स्पृशन, जिग्रन, अस्नन, ये 5 जो क्रियाएं देखना,
so seeing, hearing, touching, smelling,
आस्वादन करना,
and eating.
तो ये 5 ज्ञानेंद्रिय
These 5 are done through the Gyanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring senses.
हैं, उनमें से 5 ज्ञानेंद्रिय हैं, 5 कर्मेंद्रिय।
Out of our senses, 5 are for acquiring knowledge, 5 are for performing action. And then walking, sleeping,
बोलना, छोड़ना, मलमूत्र त्याग करना,
breathing, speaking, excreting,
किसी चीज को पकड़ना।
grasping.
तो ये 5 जो ये 4 हैं, लेकिन 4 में जो विसर्जन है उसमें मल और मूत्र 2 हैं, तो इसलिए कुल 5
So,
हैं।
walking, speaking, excreting, and grasping, and in excretion, 2 organs are involved. That's why 5 action performing senses: hands, legs, anus, genitals,
और जिह्वा,
and tongue.
वाक, तो ये 5 बाहेंद्रिय। और उसके अलावा फिर श्वसन,
And then there is breathing and sleeping.
सांस लेना और आंख खोलना और आंख बंद
So,
करना।
sleeping, breathing, and then opening and closing of the eyelids. These 4
प्राण से होती हैं।
are done through the prana, through the pranavayu, the life air.
आंख खोलते हैं, मूंदते हैं, कुर्म
Opening the eyelids, closing the eyelids,
होता है,
it happens through the pranavayu, the life air.
छोड़ते हैं अपान।
Breathing in, breathing out, that is prana.
सोना
And sleeping,
क्रिया है,
that is the action of the antahkaran.
उसमें भी प्राण होता है।
But that also has prana.
तो ये 13 क्रियाओं का वर्णन
So these 13 actions are described here.
तो वो कहते हैं कि तत्वविद
So Bhagavan says that the Tattvavit knows that out of these actions I do nothing at all.
में से कुछ क्रियाएं तो ऐसी हैं जो
So among them there are some actions which keep happening. We are not conscious of that. We do not think about that, like opening the eyelids, closing the eyelids. That happens continuously. Although you may say that I am closing the eyes, I am opening the eyes, but generally this happens like in auto mode.
कुछ क्रियाएं ऐसी हैं
So in our body there are some actions which are such
जागरूक
that they happen without our conscious awareness or thinking. We do not have to think about that. Like our heart is beating, we are breathing. So this breathing continues.
प्राणायाम करें तो आप कह सकते हैं कि
If you do pranayam,
प्राणायाम कर रहा हूँ कुंभक
you may say that I am doing pranayam, kumbhak, etc.
वास्तव में तो हमारा
But actually,
प्राणवायु जो आती जाती रहती है हम उसका
our pranavayu, our life air, it
फिर भी हमारी सांस
keeps
चलती है
the breath breathing in, breathing out. It continues even when we are sleeping. So you won't say that while sleeping also I am breathing. That is happening automatically.
करते हैं
But there are some actions which we do and we think that we do.
तो मैं बैठता हूँ
Like if you are going, you say that I go. If you sit, you say that I sit.
ऐसे ही हो रही हैं
But actually, even these actions are happening in the way the other actions like breathing are happening, for which we do not think consciously that we are breathing or we are closing the eyelids.
लेकिन वो अपने आप होती रहती हैं आपको पता भी नहीं चलता है कब
If somebody asks you, you can reply that yes, I am doing, but actually, while that is happening, you are not aware of that.
तो जैसे वो क्रिया
So,
हो रही हैं
like those actions are happening, and regarding that, we do not say that I am doing it,
तो जो तत्वविद है
but still they keep happening. But the Tattvavit, he thinks like this for even for the other actions.
जो भगवान गिना रहे हैं यहाँ पर का कहने का मतलब यही है कि जो तत्वविद
So the actions that Bhagavan is enlisting here, he wants to say that the Tattvavit, he sees all the actions
दृष्टा बन के रहता है
like this, that I am not doing it. He just remains a witness. He also performs the actions. It is not that the Sankhya Yogi or the Tattvavit, he is not doing any activity. He does that, but he does not claim those actions to be done by himself. He understands they are done by the body. This is the fundamental philosophy of the Sankhya Yoga. The discrimination between Prakriti and Purush.
उसमें फिर ये समझना कि
Understanding that they are different, and then understanding who am I and how and
जब हो जाता है
the body is different from me. So when he understands this, then he also understands that all actions are happening outside of me.
जिसको अभी ऐसा विवेक
And the second point is that one who does not have this discrimination, he has to practice this if he is pursuing the path of Sankhya Yoga. That is why he has to take this example
आँख खोलना झपकना
of opening and closing eyelids, breathing, how they are happening automatically even without our awareness.
तो वैसे ही बाकी क्रियाएं
Similarly, the other actions are also happening.
अपना
So, in that,
नहीं लाना है
we should not invest our doership.
प्रकार से जो सोचना है वो तत्वविद का साधना है और वो सिद्ध हो जाएगा तो वो उसका लक्ष्य
So, this type of thinking, this is the sadhana of the Tattvavit.
तो ये जितनी भी क्रियाएं हो रही हैं इनके
So, all these actions that are happening,
पीछे हुआ है कि
behind this, there is a person who is not doing anything.
इन क्रिया के पीछे कोई है जिसमें
All the actions are happening, and behind these actions, there is somebody who is not doing anything. Like there is a tire, the tire is
धुरी के बिल्कुल
moving,
आप चले जाओगे तो उसमें कुछ भी क्रिया नहीं होती
but if you go exactly at the center of the wheel, there is nothing is happening in the center. The farther you move from the center, the more there is the action. The end part of the wheel, it has the maximum action, but the more you move towards the center, activity will reduce,
केंद्र बिंदु के चारों तरफ ही सब कुछ घूम रहा है
and everything is rotating around that center only.
केंद्र है वो आत्मा है
So Atma is the center point in the body.
और उसके चारों तरफ सब ये क्रिया
It is atomic, it is at the center, and all actions are happening around that.
जानता है
So one who knows this, he is called Tattvavit.
और यहाँ तत्व शब्द का प्रयोग किया है
Here the word Tattva has been used. So Tattva has many meanings,
और अनेक संख्याएं हैं
and
भागवत में प्रसिद्ध श्लोक है, वदंती तत्तत्वदस तत्वमिज ज्ञानम अद्वयम ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्दति। तो वेदांत के अनुसार, भागवत के अनुसार,
According to Vedanta, according to Srimad Bhagavatam,
वेदांत सार में,
which is the essence of Vedanta Sutra,
उसके अनुसार तत्व वस्तु एक ही है,
Tattva Vastu is one
और
only.
उसी के तीन नाम हैं, ब्रह्म
And that one Tattva Vastu has three names, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan.
में तत्व अलग ही
But in the other philosophies, Tattva is of different numbers.
सात तत्व,
In Vaisheshika, there are 7 Tattvas.
सात हैं। न्याय में 16 हैं,
In Nyaya, there are 16 Tattvas.
सांख्य में
In Sankhya, there are 25 Tattvas.
26, कभी 25,
Sometimes they say 26 also.
चले जाओ तो वहाँ
And
ईश्वर
Yoga,
और अतिरिक्त तो वहाँ 26 हैं।
Ishwar, and what is other than Ishwar.
मीमांसा में
Similarly, in Mimamsa, in Purva Mimamsa, there are 9 tattvas. So, in different philosophies, there are different number of tattvas, but actually, tattva is one only.
अंतिम तत्व
Like in our body,
तरफ सब कुछ चलता है, वो
the ultimate tattva around which everything is moving, that is Atma, that is one only. Similarly,
पूरी सृष्टि का
in the entire creation and in the entire existence, one who has created this world, who is maintaining it, that is one only. He is the Tattva Vastu.
तत्वित है।
So knowing him is also to become Tattvavit.
तो ऐसे तत्ववेत्ता भी जानते हैं इस बात को,
So Tattvavetas know this,
वास्तव में उस
that this Tattva is one.
कर रहे हैं,
But here actually Bhagavan is not talking about that
प्रकृति
concept of Tattva. He is simply talking about one who knows the difference between Prakriti and Purusha.
विज्ञान
Today's modern science
की खोज में है,
is also searching for Tattva.
चाहता है कि हमको एक
Modern science also wants that
वस्तु मिल जाए जिससे हम
they are hankering to attain that one vastu by which they can explain everything, that is unified field theory.
वो भी ऐसा सोचते हैं कि अंत में तत्व एक ही है, क्योंकि
They also think that ultimately Tattva is one only.
में केवल एक बिंदु ही था, उसी से पूरी सृष्टि
Big Bang theory also says that initially there was just one dot and everything emerged from that. So they also agree that Tattva is one only and everything has expanded from that.
हमारे शास्त्र में भी इस बात को बोला गया है।
So here in our Shastras also, same point has been explained.
बारे में कहते हैं
So what is his vision regarding that? It is said here.
अपनी इंद्रिया अर्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन्, वो ऐसी धारणा करता है कि इंद्रियां जो है वो अपने विषयों में
He reflects
कार्य
that the senses are engaging with their respective sense objects.
आप देखते हैं तो आँख के माध्यम
So if you are seeing through your eyes.
करती है,
Eyes contact their sense objects.
सोचता है, तो
So he considers himself as different from all this.
बेहोश हो जाता है,
Sometimes a person becomes unconscious
कभी दीर्घ काल तक बेहोशी में रहता है,
and sometimes he remains unconscious for a long time. There are some people who remain unconscious for years together. I had seen such a person who was unconscious for since a long time. But he eats also, breathes also, his food also gets digested, but he doesn't know anything about that. He's just
तो
sitting or lying down. But so actions are happening in his body also.
उसकी इंद्रियां भी कार्य कर रही हैं, कुछ तो कार्य कर रही हैं,
His senses are also functioning. They are at least doing something, but he doesn't know anything.
और जो तत्वविद है वो जागरूक
And the Tattvavit, he remains in awareness.
बेहोशी में उसको तो पता नहीं है किस प्रकार से उसकी सांस चल रही
And even in awareness, he understands that I am not doing anything. But this person who is unconscious, he is just not conscious about that. What he dreams, what he doesn't dream, he doesn't know.
बाहर तो ये सब प्रकृति में ही चल रहा है, प्रकृति एवं कर्माणि
So, externally, all these things are happening in the material nature, in the Prakriti only.
और ऐसा जो देखता है तो यह पश्यति तथात्मानम अकर्तारम स पश्यति, वो आत्मा को अकर्ता देखता है। तो एक
So, he sees that the Atma is not doing anything.
साधारण व्यक्ति में यही भेद ऐसा नहीं है कि तत्वविद संसार में
So
नहीं
this is the difference between Tattvavit and an ordinary person. It is not that Tattvavit leaves this world or he does not do anything.
बताया था कि वो तो
At least for the Karma Yogi, Bhagavan said that being living in this world, he does everything, but his vision is different. Here,
सब क्रियाओं के कर्ता बनना चाहते हैं
we want to become the karta, the doer of all the actions.
आप दूसरा कोई व्यक्ति कार्य कर रहा है
If we are working in an office and if somebody is doing something, we start claiming that we did it. We even, what to speak of our actions, we even try to claim others' actions as ours.
ऐसा करते हैं तो इन क्रियाओं का मालिक बनना तो उसमें बड़ा आनंद
So,
आता है
becoming, trying the owner of these actions, claiming proprietorship over these actions.
लेकिन उसका अंतिम परिणाम तो कुछ नहीं निकलता है
But what is the final result of doing all that? There is no final result.
आत्म साक्षात्कार भगवत साक्षात्कार
We have received this human body for self realization. So, by claiming all those actions to be ours and trying to get lot of name and fame, wealth, all this is external. It doesn't give us self realization.
हमारे अंदर रहना
This desire of claiming proprietorship, it is there in us. There was a person who constructed a new home.
तो उसने एक आदमी को लगाया कि भाई मेरे को ये अपना मकान पे पुताई करानी है रंग कराना है
So he engaged a painter for getting the house painted. So the painter says, I will do it. So the painter said that I will
पड़ेगा आपको
do it for 1,000 rupees. Now that is his fee, so you have to give that.
लगाकर
So the
वो ऑफिस में काम करता था वो चला
painter was painting and the owner of the house, he went to the office. When he came back in the evening, he found that the painter,
के सामने एक पेड़ था उस पेड़ के नीचे कुर्सी पर बैठा हुआ है
the painter was sitting relaxed in front of a tree.
तो उसको बड़ा आश्चर्य हुआ कि मैं देखकर
And they saw that and this person is seeing the other person is painting. So he was wondering that I engaged this person for painting, and he asked, why are you not painting? So he said,
कर रहा है ना पता
no, that other person, he is doing the painting work. But the owner said that I had given this work to you, and this painter said I have given this work to the other one.
तो मैंने उसको दे दिया तो उस आदमी ने सोचा कि अच्छा इसको एक कम
You had engaged me, but I have engaged him.
में अपना बना रहा है ऐसा लोग करते हैं ना तो
So he thought that okay, this person is making some profit. He has given this work to the other person. Many people do like this
तुम इसको कितना
contractual work. So
साल इसको मैं
they make their own profit. So
तुम इस
this person said that I am giving him also 1,000. So the owner was wondering, I am giving you 1,000, you are giving him 1,000. What is your benefit?
मालिक बनने का है
So the painter replied that my profit is that I will become the owner.
ले रहा हूँ मैं इसको
I am enjoying the feeling of being the owner. I am ordering that other person that paint like this, paint like that.
आनंद आता
So there is no profit for me, but I am enjoying the feeling of proprietorship by ordering the other person that paint like this or paint like that.
मैं जैसे इसको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा
So just like that painter will not make any profit at the end, but he enjoyed the feeling of being the proprietor. Similarly, we are sitting in this body, all actions are being done by this body,
लेकिन अंत
and we are enjoying the feeling
हाथ
of proprietorship, but we will not get anything. We will go empty handed only.
तत्वविद बनना है
So rather than having that
मैं किंचित करूँ
feeling of enjoying the proprietorship, rather we should try to become Tattvavit.
तो वो कुछ नहीं करता है सारी क्रियाएं
So this Tattvavit, he does not do anything,
का मतलब है
understands all actions are happening in the body.
तादात्म्य नहीं करता है
So the point here is that he does not establish oneness of himself with these actions. Otherwise, all the problems happen because of the oneness that we establish with our body.
और उसी के कारण फिर
Because of that only,
आसक्ति पैदा होती है
attachment arises,
राग द्वेष पैदा
and then there is
और उससे फिर कर्म का बंधन होने
raga dvesh, and then there is bondage to karma.
का समाधान भगवान यहाँ पर दे रहे हैं।
So Bhagavan is giving the solution to that problem here.
अपनी
How
विचारधारा को सही रखना
we have to have the proper understanding. And then in the next verse, in verse number 10, he explains how a karma yogi performs karma.
उन्होंने मुख्य रूप
In the previous verse, he mainly showed that he does not have the sense of doership, but here he is showing that even if you have the sense of doership, but if you offer that, you will not be implicated. So for that he speaks next verse.
संगम त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रम एवाम्भसा। जैसे कमल का
Translation:
जल में रहते हुए भी
one who participates in action, having dedicated his actions to God and having abandoned all attachment to action and its fruit, and is not tainted by sin, just as a lotus leaf remains unmoistened by water.
तो यहाँ बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण उन्होंने दिया है।
So here Bhagavan has given an excellent example of a lotus leaf.
को आपने देखा हो तो जल में पैदा होता है,
So if you have seen lotus is born in the water, and the lotus leaf floats on water, but it never becomes wet.
रहती है
It has such
कि
layer that it does not become wet.
जैसे दूसरा कोई कपड़ा लें या दूसरा कोई पत्ता
If you take any other leaf or any other cloth, it will become wet.
उससे पानी चिपकता नहीं है।
But the lotus leaf,
कमल का पत्ता लें उसमें पानी की बूंद
it does not stick to the water. If you put a drop of water on a lotus leaf, it will appear to you like a
जो है वो जल में पैदा होता है,
pearl. Although the lotus leaf is born in the water, it lives in the water, but still it does not
तो
stick to the water.
दे रहे हैं कि हम
So Bhagavan is giving the same example that we live in this world, we perform our karma, and still how we can remain untainted by sin. So he is giving example for that,
कर्म तो करना ही है,
that we have to perform karma.
जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्म कृत, बगैर कर्म किए कोई नहीं रहता है,
Without performing karma, nobody can live.
कुछ तो कर्म करना ही पड़ता है।
The Sankhya yogi
कि नहीं है जो कुछ भी ना करे,
sannyasi, he also does karma. There is nobody who will not do any karma.
केवल पड़ा हुआ है उसको भोजन दे दो तो।
Nobody can live just by Ajgar Vritti.
सब भागवत में वर्णन आता है ऋषभदेव का,
This type of description is seen in Bhagavatam by Rishabdev. And in 11th canto there is Avadhut Gita. So we don't see anything like.
लेकिन जितने भी व्यक्ति हैं उनको कुछ ना कुछ कार्य करना ही है, लेकिन तो उसको इस प्रकार से ही करना है जैसे जल में कमल का पत्ता। तो उसकी विधि क्या है?
So what is the process? Bhagavan is explaining that here.
संगम त्यक्त्वा करोति है। तो दो बात यहाँ पर वो बोलते हैं
Bhagavan makes 2 points here.
कि सारी क्रियाएं जो है आप ब्रह्म को समर्पित करो।
He is telling that you should offer all actions to Brahma.
दो अर्थ टीकाकारों ने किए हैं।
So the commentators, they have given 2 meanings to Brahma here. Some commentators, they explain Brahma as Bhagavan,
क्रियाएं जो है
that
भगवान को अर्पित करके,
all actions should be offered to Bhagavan.
तो उससे आप कर्म के फल से मुक्त रहेंगे।
And if you do that, you will remain untainted by sin. You will not be implicated in the karma phala, in the result of work.
फल में रहती है उसी के लिए
We are attached to the results of our actions, and
उसी को छोड़ने
that's why we perform actions. So here he is making another point about giving up that attachment to the result of the action.
का कारण है।
because that attachment is the cause of bondage.
ब्रह्म का तो ब्रह्म
So this is one meaning of Brahma.
और उसको समझना कि सब कुछ भगवान
Brahma means Bhagavan, and understanding that everything belongs to Bhagavan only. The whole creation is made by Him only. Our body is also a part of this creation, and
इस शरीर में जितनी भी क्रियाएं हो रही हैं
all the actions that are happening in this body, they belong to Him only.
मैं मेरे को अपना फल की इच्छा नहीं करनी जो
So I should not desire
यावर जीव एक लाभ
fruit or result out of this action, and whatever is needed for my sustenance, I take that much.
बैंक में एक
So, like
क्लर्क काम करता है
a clerk works in the bank,
तो वहाँ अनेक लोग आते हैं जो पैसा
many people come there who deposit money, who withdraw money.
तो वो क्लर्क जो है वो पैसे से व्यवहार करता है पूरा दिन
So the clerk, he deals with money whole day, but he does not himself get implicated in the money.
मनोयोग से
He also takes care of that money. It is his responsibility to take care of that.
उसके वेतन से काट लिया जाएगा
Otherwise,
निकाल दिया जाएगा तो पूरी जागरूकता से
he will be thrown out of his job. He will not be given his salary. So he deals with the money with full awareness, but he has no attachment to that money.
जानता रहता है
Why? Because he is always aware that this money does not belong to me.
ये भाव नहीं आता है कि इसने
He does not get this feeling that
ऐसा विचार
if the customer brings more money, I will also get something from that.
बात ज्ञान
He does not have this understand a feeling. Why? Because he knows completely well that nothing belongs to me out of this. He has no illusion, no confusion about to whom this money belongs.
भली भांति कार्य करता है
So he works properly, he gives his service, and
में वेतन है उसका
at the end of the month, whatever salary is due to him, he receives that.
हमारा जो
Similarly, our body
वास्तव में हमारा नहीं है
is actually not ours,
क्योंकि हम इसको कहीं से लेकर नहीं आए थे
because we did not bring this body from somewhere else, nor that we will carry this over with us to somewhere else. So when
माँ के शरीर में प्रवेश
a child is conceived in the mother's womb, the Atma enters there. So the body is not pre-existing in the mother's womb. The body is created there.
हम अपने मन से इसको अपना सोचते हैं
But with our mind, we think that the body belongs to us. Like, for example, your house, your car, or your computer. So you must have thought
कि आपका
with your mind only.
तो हमारी एक मानसिक धारणा है उसी प्रकार ये
So we have this mentality.
हम इसको अपना ही मानते आ रहे हैं
So due to this, from childhood, we consider this body to be ours only. Computer has been purchased from outside, we can even give it away. But regarding body, we don't think like that, because we have grown up from beginning in this body itself
भोजन भी सारा
by food. But even the food has come from outside only.
बाहर पैदा नहीं किया
We know this much. We have not
प्रकृति से आया
produced food from within.
अपने पैसे से खरीदा हो या
And food has come from outside, from material nature. Even if we purchase the food, ultimately it is coming from the nature itself, and that nature does not belong to us. It belongs to Bhagavan.
धन्य प्रकृति रचना स्वयं कहते हैं कि ये प्रकृति मेरी है
Bhagavan himself says that this material nature belongs to me.
हमारा शरीर बना है माँ के गर्भ में भी भोजन से ही बना था
Even in mother's womb, the body was created through food only. And when the child comes out of the womb, after that also his body grows due to food only, and it sustains on food only.
अगर हम विचार करें तो
So if we ponder over this, if we reflect on this, we will understand this much at least, that because this body is created out of food that is coming from material nature, it belongs to nature itself. It does not belong to me.
क्रिया भी उसी की
So whoever is the owner of the material nature, the action will also belong to him only. If you are working in an office and you are working on the computer in the office. So actually that computer does not belong to you. It belongs to the company or the organization. It has been given to you just for your work. You cannot take it to home and claim that it is mine.
काम कीजिए और वो काम भी
You, no, irrespective of how much work you do on that computer, it is office work only. If you start doing personal work in the computer, then, and if the companies comes to know about it, then you may face a reaction.
से मिला है उन्हीं के लिए कार्य करना है हमको।
So we have received this body, and from whom we have received it, we should work from him only. If we do this, then we will not be implicated in our actions.
पैसा किसका है तो फिर उसमें लिप्त नहीं।
We will not fall under the bondage.
उसी को जान
Just like the clerk who is working in the bank, knowing to whom the money belongs.
के सारे कर्म जो है वो ब्रह्म
So with
में समर्पित करके
this is what Bhagavan is teaching here, that offer all the actions to Brahma. The Karma Yogi knows this.
तो क्रियाओं को करता है
So he performs actions, and in these actions he has no attachment.
क्योंकि आसक्ति होगी तो
Because if there is attachment,
पैदा होती है,
then there will be problem.
होता है।
There will be bondage to karma.
स्थूल आसक्ति
And attachment is of many types.
और शरीर संबंधी जितनी भी चीजें हैं वो मेरी हैं।
One is that this body is mine, and whatever belongs to the body is mine. So even if you say it is mine
जो बैंक का
for but you understand internally that it belongs to Bhagavan, not to me. Like the bank clerk, he is sitting on a chair,
तो कहेगा मेरी में
so he will tell to the other employees that this is my computer, or this is my chair. You cannot take it away. He will tell that this is mine. So even if the money is kept on his table, he will tell to the other clerk. If the other clerk comes and starts taking some money, he will tell that no, this is mine.
मेरा कहकर व्यवहार भी करता है लेकिन
So he is telling mine just for practical behavior, but ultimately he knows that everything belongs to the bank only. The table, the chair, the computer, the money, nothing is his. But when he is working for practical dealings, he says it is mine. Similarly, for practical behavioral purpose, we can say that this is my home, my car, my body, my wife, my children. But ultimately, we have to know that ultimately everything belongs to Bhagavan only.
अहम सर्वस्व प्रभव। भगवान कहते हैं सबका स्रोत मैं ही हूँ, मेरे से ही सब कुछ नहीं।
Bhagavan says that I am the foundation of everything. Everything comes from me only.
तो फिर हम संग से
So if we work with this understanding, then we will remain free from bondage. Because this question is always asked, that how we should work, how we should deal. Being in this world, we have our relatives, friends.
प्रेम ना करें, हम
Should we not love them?
व्यवहार कीजिए
No, you deal with them.
लेकिन
You deal with them lovingly, but you should know that ultimately nothing belongs to you. Everyone belongs to Bhagavan, including you yourself.
तो आपका संबंध उनसे
So
सीधा नहीं है, भगवान
your relation with these people is not a direct relation. It is through Bhagavan only.
से हैं, भगवान
If you make direct independent relation forgetting Bhagavan, then that leads to attachment. Then there is bondage,
कर्म में लिप्त होते हैं।
and you become implicated in karma.
तो ये दृष्टि रखना, ये
So maintaining this vision, is what keeps the karma yogi free from bondage. So Bhagavan says that one who has given that attachment to action and its fruit, he is not tainted by sin.
इसका मतलब ये
So he is not tainted by sin, and it also means that he is not even implicated in piety, not even in punya.
अच्छा कार्य करें
He is free from both.
तो मेरे को मिलेगा,
It is not that if you do something nice, you will get the benefit, and if you do something bad, you should not get the result. Generally, this is how we think. If something good is done,
उसका श्रेय हम लेना चाहते हैं,
then we want to claim credit for that.
कि गलत काम
And if something wrong has happened, then we say that this happened by Daiva, this happened by karma, by result of karma. I have nothing to do with this.
आपको उससे दूर रखना चाहते हैं।
So there we try to keep ourselves away from that karma. But if there is something nice, something laudable, then we try to claim credit. So, but the karma yogi is free from both.
प्रशंसनीय कर्म को अपना नहीं
Just like if there is something dishonorable, we do not try to claim ownership of that activity, which is despicable.
निंदक हूँ, मैं घृणा करता हूँ, इस
We do not want to be known as jealous, envious, criticizer,
तरह लेना चाहते हैं, लेकिन अच्छी संज्ञा भी नहीं लेना। हमको ये
but we want to claim credit for good actions, and we should not claim credit for even the good actions. We should remember that we are just dasa. So when we have this bhava, then we will remain free
पाप है ना।
from this bondage.
तो ये जो आसक्ति है,
So this attachment,
स्थूल आसक्ति,
one is gross and the other
आसक्ति है,
is subtle attachment.
ये भी आप छोड़ दें, लेकिन अंदर की
That you give up the external, the gross attachment, but you have the subtle attachment in which you are attached to your post, position, prestige, respect, name, fame.
मेरा मान करें,
You desire that people should glorify me,
सूक्ष्म रहे,
people should respect me, praise me, and this is very, very subtle. This is not seen.
से इसका पता नहीं चलता।
It cannot be known easily.
तो आप किसी से लड़ाई झगड़ा करें,
So, if you fight against somebody,
किसी की निंदा करें, तो
you criticize somebody, that can be seen clearly.
द्वेष भाव
But internally you maintain envious feeling, hatred,
निंदा का भाव रखें।
criticism,
अंदर में आपके अंदर इच्छा है कि लोग मेरी प्रशंसा
or you internally desire that people should praise me, people should
करें, आप कार्य करें,
acknowledge me as a great person,
तो
and then you work
आ सकती है।
for getting that result. So that is also attachment, and that attachment
ज़्यादा
is
नुकसानदायक है।
much more dangerous than the gross attachment, much more painful than the gross attachment, because it is not seen. And if somebody tells you that you have such attachment, you do not accept that. Why? Because you also cannot see that. Others can see that.
आप कुछ स्थूल गलत कार्य करते हैं,
If you do some action which is wrong at the gross level, even you can see that. But this subtle attachment cannot be recognized easily.
उसको छोड़ना भी बहुत आवश्यक
So, it is very important to give it up.
है। नहीं तो एक प्रकार की प्रतिस्पर्धा का भाव, मात्सर्य
Otherwise,
का भाव,
the feeling of competition, envy, this remains within us.
कर रहे हैं, साधना भी
We are doing seva, puja, sadhana, nam jap, etc., everything. But internally, we have the feeling of competition. We have to defeat this sadhaka. We have to prove that I am better than you.
से कम नहीं है,
So I am not less than anybody else.
हमको पकड़ के रखता है, बहुत बड़ा अनर्थ है।
So this is a great anartha, very big anartha, an obstacle in our spiritual path. So we have to become free from this also.
का मतलब ये सारे सबको छोड़ना, और ये
So Sangam Tyaktva means giving up all this.
कारणम गुण संगोस्य,
And Karanam Guna Sangosya.
तो ये गुण का संग गुणों में आसक्ति
So the Sangha of Gunas, attachment to the Gunas, that leads to our rebirth.
से वासना पैदा होती है।
By this Sangha, by attachment, there are vasanas, the desires, and when they are not fulfilled, then we become angry. And if they are fulfilled, then we become greedy.
रहती है।
And in this way, we remain under the clutches of these desires.
सावधान रहना
So the sadhaka should always remain very cautious, aware
चाहिए, दो
against falling in these traps.
आधार कर्म।
So Bhagavan has mentioned 2 points here,
हम ये सब समझेंगे कि सब कुछ
that if we understand that everything belongs to Bhagavan,
इदम सर्वम, सब उन्हीं से आया है, उन्हीं का है और उन्हीं के लिए है।
everything has come from Him only, it is for Him, it belongs to Him only. if we maintain this bhava, this mood within us, then we will remain free from this attachment, from raga dvesh, from competition, envy,
गुण हैं,
all these qualities which are anarthas. We will remain free from them.
ये श्लोक
So for that reason, Bhagavan, this verse is very important. We should understand this verse.
श्लोक है, अभिमानम सुरापानम गौरवम घौर रौरवम प्रतिष्ठा शूकरिविष्ठा त्रीणि त्यक्त्वा सुखी भवेत। तो बहुत अच्छा श्लोक है ये कि अभिमान नहीं,
So this is a wonderful verse which says that we should not have pride of our knowledge, our wealth, our birth, etc.
सुरापान की तरह
Because that is also like drinking wine, becoming intoxicated.
हो जाती है।
Like when we drink wine, we become intoxicated, our intelligence stops functioning.
और गौरव
Same like this.
गौरवान्वित होना
And
या अपने को दूसरों से श्रेष्ठ दिखाना,
considering ourselves superior than others, great personalities,
तो वो भी दुख का कारण।
thinking ourselves to be like others, guru. So this is also a cause of suffering.
प्रतिष्ठा
Then the third is name and fame, prestige.
करना, मैं बड़ा हूँ, आप सब लोग मेरे को आदर दो, मेरी पूजा करो।
That I am very great, you all should worship me, you should respect me.
रोड़े हैं,
All these are obstacles on the spiritual path,
शक्तियाँ हैं,
and these are our subtle attachments.
देना चाहिए।
So we should give them up.
भाव है
This is the
आज का
bhava of this, the purport of this verse. So we will stop here for today, and if you have any question, you can ask.
Does the Atma provide energy to the Indriyas to function, or is it just a pure consciousness and body has other sources of energy to function?
So energy is of two types. उनका प्रश्न यह है कि आत्मा जो है
His question is that
क्या शरीर इंद्रियों को शक्ति देता है,
does Atma give energy to the body, the senses, or do they get energy from some other source? So answer, energy is of two types, material and spiritual. The spiritual energy is of consciousness, and material energy is through which we perform action, we think, we
ये सारी
do various actions. So
भोजन से आती है।
so all these energies are acquired through the food.
और जो चेतना शक्ति है वो
And the consciousness energy, that is coming from the Atma. Like car, the electrical energy,
यहाँ से आती है।
that is, you can compare it to consciousness that comes from the battery. But for the movement of the other components, you need petrol, you need diesel,
ये हम भोजन करते
etc.
हमारी इंद्रियों में
Similarly, we eat food, we get energy. If we do not eat food, we will not get energy, and the senses, they will not be able to function.
चेतनता आती है।
They will have the consciousness from Atma, but they will not be able to function. So Atma spreads consciousness.
बाबा जी प्रश्न है कि जब हम किसी
Question.
योनि में, जैसे मानव की योनि में या पशु पक्षी
We transmigrate to different species. How does our actions of acting as a bird, beast, human get completely destroyed?
हम कार्य करते हैं
When we are transmigrating to different species, our nature of soul to act as bird, beast, human, etc. in different species.
तो प्रवृत्ति ये जो है वो कर्म के अनुसार बदलती
So the inclination to perform action, that changes according to
है, लेना होता है।
the body. When you are, according to karma, when you are going to take next birth, it is not that
विचारधारा
suddenly out of instantly you go to the next one. First you have that kind of thought, that bhava, like Bhagavan tells in Gita.
कौनते सदा तद भाव भावित। अंत में जो श्लोक का जो अंतिम भाग है वो कहता है सदा तद भाव भावित।
The last part of the Gita verse, Bhagavan says that you always have that bhava. That bhava gives you the next birth. But
विशेषता है, जैसे
Every species has its own specialities.
उसकी
Like, say, human species.
अहिंसक भाव है, तो ये वो अहिंसक जीव बनेगा अगले जन्म में।
So, if you have non-violent nature, you will become get into a species where there is no violence. But if you have violent nature, you will get a body that where you will do violence.
यहाँ अगर वो मांस भी खाता है तो उसको पका के खाता है, वहाँ तो कच्चा ही खाएगा।
Even if you eat meat, it will be raw only
प्रवृत्ति उसके कर्म के अनुरूप
in that body.
जाती है।
So, according to your bhava, the pravritti, you get the next body.
उसकी बंद हो जाती है, क्योंकि अनेक प्रकार के संस्कार हमारे
And this pravritti stops. So, lot of samskaras are there within.
को निष्क्रिय कर देते हैं।
So, those samskaras relevant to that body, they become activated. The others remain inactive.
शरीर मिलता है
According to the bhava, you get the
का जो
body.
आज के आधुनिक ज्ञान के अनुसार जो डीएनए है,
According to today's modern science, the DNA, your inclinations will be like that only.
उसको जन्म ऐसी योनि में दिया जाएगा ना,
The next birth will be in that type of body only.
आप उसके पूर्व कर्म के अनुसार मिल
Like somebody's parents, so you get the parents according to your previous karma only.
माँ बाप मिलेंगे, तो उन माँ बाप का जो डीएनए है वो उसके शरीर में आएगा और उससे उसके कर्म उद्बुद्ध होंगे। ठीक है, और कोई प्रश्न? ठीक है,
We'll recite the prayer verses.
श्लोक। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव। एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः। यच्छ्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्। यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर् ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रे। भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो। नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपाप प्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम्। हरि ओम तत्सत्।